So this is the Kia Seltos. It looks so amazing. And this car gets full LED headlamps. Well, they are kind of off right now, but these are full LED headlight setup along with the ice cube fog lamps. Basically it looks like an ice cube, and these are also LED, and the DRLs run from here till here. So it's a very good looking car. Well, this particular is the HTX Plus variant, so you don't get that some sort of red accents which you see in the GT line version. And this is the Tiger grille, which is kind of the special charm of the Kia. You get the Kia badging over here. And now talk about the side profile. So it has that SUV-ness which you can see, such as from the body cladding over the wheel arcs. And in the GT version or the GT stream, you get diamond cut alloy wheels and red color finished brake calipers. Well, this happens to be 215, 60, 17 inches. They look kind of good, and fortunately both the brakes, the front and the rear, gets discs, so that's a very good thing, and the braking performance is also very good. Now this is the rear profile of this car. It looks so muscular, like body on steroid. You get the chrome finishing integrated with the reverse lamp, and only one drawback, well, two. The indicators and the reverse bulb are a halogen bulb. They are not LED, which is a great disappointment, but rest you get full LED setup. You can see the Kia badging over here, the reverse parking camera. This is the rear wiper, high stomp lamp, shark fin antenna, and these roof rails. You get parking sensors and the body panels to reduce the visual bulk, with some sort of fake exhaust, and the real exhaust happens to be over somewhere here. Now opening this boot, just click here, and well, this is a massive boot, such as what we see in the earlier Creta. The boot space happened to be the same, means identical with the Creta, and in here you get not full size but space saver alloy wheel, not alloy also, steel wheel, which happens to be 205, 65, 16 inches. So yes, you can get some sort of storage space, both side LED, light placement, and some sort of hook here. The seat fold by 60-40 split, so that's a good thing. You get here parcel shaft, so you can keep your stuff over here. And now getting inside this rear passenger seats, the interiors look so damn good. It represents a posh, that poshness you feel with these white interiors, the white seats, even on the doors with gloss black and then white finishing. Well, it does not get the Bose system whatsoever, because it only available in the GT trim. You can get this sun blind, which is manually adjustable. That's a very good and nifty feature which is providing us in the Kia Seltos only. Now as you can see, the floor is almost flat, a slight hump, but three people can easily sit. And now as I'm entering in the rear passenger seats, As you can see, there is quite good amount of knee room and leg room. Under thigh support is adequate. You get two magazine holder. This is the purifier, and these are the AC vents, charging USB port and stuff. You can keep stuff here or a mobile. You get massive door pockets to keep I guess 500 ml bottle. Deep door handles to keep coin or whatever you want here. I kind of like this finishing of gloss black, and the door close with a proper third. You can get this adjustment for the seat belt and light placement over here. Handle but no hook. There is a hook with the handle. And now jumping over the driver side in 3, 2, 1. So this is the steering. Flat bottom steering you get in the Kia Seltos, and Seltos written over here. You get massive 10.25 inch infotainment system, which is divided into 3 parts. In this you get the map, in center you get media, and on the right side there is a compass inbuilt. Now you can customize your layout, whichever layout you want, okay, in which frame you want which thing, so you can do all of that. It get Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, everything, and in fact you can use many features from your phone, especially turning off and on your car, but it is only available in the automatic versions. You get a handle over here to hold on. Now this one gets one zone climate control. So these are the functions for the AC. Let me just turn on the car, and there goes the system check. There are many features or information in here also. Well, this is the basic. You don't get any digital speedometer whatsoever, but in the GT line you get a heads up display also over here and reflects over there, so that's a good thing. Now talking about this small speedometer cluster, which shows many information such as the fuel economy with the compass and the tire pressure monitoring system. Rest of all things are basic, such as the distance to empty, odometer, outside temperature, analog tachometer, and an analog speedometer. You get automatic wipers and automatic headlamps. Now talking about this infotainment system over here, well, this is the home layout, and you can go in maps. The infotainment system and the touch is also very good, slick to use, easy to use, so that's a good thing. Then radio, you can toggle through many information, many FM stations. Then map, then nav. Now there are a lot of features you can go and toggle in this infotainment system. There is no physical button whatsoever for volume, so you have to press this thing over here to adjust the volume. And it also has reverse parking camera. Now if I press this button, or else I'll just go in the reverse, this is the camera quality with adaptive guidelines, so that's a good thing. And in fact, you are driving and you want to see the rear view, you can press this button, and while driving you can it will display you the rear camera. You get a decent sized glove box and good quality of plastic. Well, this is the soft one, but over here you get hard, and the inside also, means this lower, you get hard plastics whatsoever. These are the controls for intensity of the instrument of the speedometer. These are the controls. Well, what cost cutting here is that it only illuminates at night only this switch is only illuminating. Rest of the switch does not illuminate in night, so that's very kind of teeny tiny cost cutting. These are the controls, cruise control, and this button you can go over here, toggle through it. Horn is quite good. Voice commands, even the plastics are very good. I liked it. So yes, this is pretty much it. And let's just open the boot of this car. The engine is quite hot. Well, you don't get any hydraulic studs. This is the engine. It says DOHC 16 valve, 4-cylinder engine, petrol. Could have been 1.6, a bigger engine, but it is quite okay. And the request sensor is only on the driver side, not on the course driver side. So even Maruti Suzuki is providing us that. So yeah, this is it. This is the 12-volt charging socket, a USB for infotainment system, and a fast charging. So yes, that's it, and let's get driving. So this is the Kia Sonet, and let's start this engine. As you can see, there is no noise whatsoever, as this is the petrol engine. Now into the first gear, revving up the engine at 300 rpm and dumping the clutch in 3, 2, 1. So this happens to be the Kia Seltos HTX Plus variant. The one I'm driving is the petrol variant. And talking about the engine, there are 3 engine options. There are 2 petrol and the third is the diesel one. So this one is the petrol 1.4 GDI. Okay, and as you can see, there is a lot of power going on, which is producing from this engine. Basically, Hyundai and Kia are the both twin sisters. They share the same platform as well as the same engine with the same gearbox. These are like identical twins, but from the exterior part, or as I talk about the appearance, they are quite differ. And as this car is quite high, because it has a good amount of ground clearance as well, which is 190 mm, so on bad roads you can go easily with this car without hitting underbody. So that's a very good thing. The refinement level is way too much great, because you can hear the any engine noise inside the cabin, although you can hear a lot of from the outside, because as my AC system is completely off, as well as the media. But once you will drive with the AC and media on, you will not hear anything outside whatsoever. So that's a very good thing in the refinement and the NVH levels. Now the red line comes at around past 6000 rpm. So as this happens to be the petrol engine, it gives the mileage of around 16.2, which is ARAI represents that. But in the real world, what I'm getting is the average of 13 km per liter, which is quite good for 1.4 liter petrol engine, as this has the fuel capacity of 50 liters. Now talking about this gearbox, well, this gearbox is kind of it kind of feel a hard thing when you shift into any gear, as you can hear. So it kind of makes some amount of noise when you shift gears. The performance is very good and even more than adequate. So on highways you can have the complete performance you want, and if you have a diesel, it could have produced more, but the horsepower is only 113, so that's a great drawback over there. But I don't know, I just feel that this petrol engine has even more enthusiasm than the diesel one, so that is a good thing, and I like it also. So yes, I would prefer the petrol over the diesel. So a good option for the petrol engine 1.4 GTI, and if you go for the 7-speed DCT, that is also a great option. So yeah, as you can hear some amount of tire noise, means if you are going on a highway, you can cruise along with the 6-speed manual or the 7-speed DCT gearbox. So for cruising along, the calibration and the tuning is very well contained, well calibrated for the performance as well in this city. And the suspension is also quite at a stiffer place, so over bad roads you can feel that the whole car is moving, but on highway it gives you the great stability, so that's a very good thing here also. It has a lot of features that even the other car companies or the other cars don't have it. First of all, this 10.25 inch infotainment system with 3 screen, you can simultaneously work on it. Means on the one side you can browse through the maps, in the center the media, and the right side you can switch whatever you want, and in fact you can lay out your customize, means you can customize your layout of the infotainment system, so that is also very good thing. So yeah, this was the Kia Seltos from my side. I hope you like this video, so please like it, comment and share this video to your car enthusiasm buddies, and if you want more videos, please subscribe to the channel, and keep motoring, keep self-enthusiasing, and put a smile on your face while driving. So this is Nitya Chauhan taking your leave. Goodbye.